Hey guys, welcome to Friday Favorites. I think it's about time that we discuss primer. I'm gonna give you about top 5 recommendation. This is gonna cover all the skin type and every single primer is from drugstore. Yes, I'm not going to talk about Benefit professional primer. I know everyone includes that primer, but for me, I personally think that is too expensive for what it does. I know everyone includes that. I have a good dupe for it though. Actually, I have 2 dupes for 2 high-end primers, so keep on watching for that. Let's start with what's on my face right now. This is 5-in-1. It's gonna get you covered, it's gonna get you flawless, it's gonna help your foundation stay longer. This is Milani Prime Perfection Hydrating Primer, and this line has variant. So the one I have is the hydrating one. This guy here, it smooths, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies and protects. So the thing I like about this one is the texture is not just your straight silicone feel in the pore, kind of like thick texture. It's almost cross between lotion and your silicone filling texture primer. I really love the scent of it, which is random because most primers don't have scent. It just feels really clean and really light on the skin. It does prep your skin for foundation beautifully. Your foundation will glide on it. It doesn't overly mattify, so if you have combination skin, it's not going to make you look dry by end of the day or patchy by any means. It's just going to help your foundation wear longer. It's going to give you smooth surface to apply your foundation on. It's going to blur out fine lines and minimize pores. It's a great price too. 30 ml tube, it's like 1200 rupees, but you can get 10 ml tube like this, the one I have, and you'll get it for like 600-700 rupees. But make sure to check out Myntra or Amazon for sales, because Myntra often has sale on this primer, Nykaa doesn't, so save some bucks there. One of my favorite drugstore primer. Now this is more for like a combo to drier skin type, or for if you're 25 and upwards age wise. I have oily skin for most of the year, but this works fine on me too. I mean, the point is, if you have dry skin because of your age, as you age your skin feels dehydrated. So if you're 25 plus, this is the best primer, hands down best primer at drugstore. It is supposed to be dupe of Hourglass Veil primer. You'll find bunch of videos comparing this to products Hourglass and this one, and people rave about how similar NYX one is to that very high and expensive primer. So just so you know, I'm giving out best options out there. They're all affordable. Please hit that like button and show some appreciation. I know it's silly to ask all the time, but it helps. So please do it. This makes your skin feel so smooth, velvety, leaves such a nice base for your foundation to stick to. It helps make your foundation last all night. I just love the feeling it gives my skin after I put it on. It's like a pure velvety feel. I can put this all over my skin. It won't bring out any dry patches or anything like that. It is just super lightweight underneath your foundation as well. Even if you just rub it on back of your hand, you can just feel how velvety and soft it makes your skin feel. I just love it so much. Can you see a little brightness on this hand compared to this one? I think I got it for like 800-900, but nowadays there is this combo offer going on this primer. You get setting spray with it, and that in total you can get it for like 875 rupees or something. So definitely grab this primer with spray or without. If you can't find it alone or separately, you have to grab it even with a combo. I mean, I vouch for this. Come back here and dislike this video if you end up not liking this product. I'm sure you will love it. go for it. This is truly wonderful for combo to dry dehydrated skin. This is phenomenal. It's not really gonna keep oil at bay, but this is going to, you know, balance your skin. If you look in the mirror in the morning and you're like, oh, I'm not drinking enough water, my skin looks really dehydrated and yucky, but I don't want to put on so much hydration and moisturizer on my face, I get oily and greasy, this is a great balancing act right there. This you're gonna put this all over your face, under your foundation or without. It's just going to give you a great skin day. It's gonna take care of any fine lines, minimize the pore, make your foundation work extra hard and stay going strong all day long. It's just really, I love this primer. Next primer is also a dupe of high-end primer. It's a dupe of Benefit Professional Primer. This is Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect Primer. This color corrects, just kind of like even out your skin tone, helps with hyperpigmentation, acne scarring, and I find it to be great prep. You know, I have used this for such a long time. I always keep them in backup. You see, I have like, you see, this is a backup. This is the one I'm using. As you can see, this is a very well loved primer in my vanity. I would just use this on its own too, like just this and no foundation over it, just because how brightening it is for me, and the pink shade fixes everything on my face for some reason. Of course, this is totally, I mean, it depends on my skin tone, might not be, you know, same for you. Let's talk about other features, since pink is like not everyone's color. So this retails for 750 rupees and you get 30 gram of product, but I got it for 500 rupees on sale. It's almost always on sale, so you don't really have to pay the full price for this one. And this is 30 ml, but this one also comes in 10 ml tube for like 250 rupees. So trust me, I go through this so quickly. Any size would be worth it, but if you want to just try the 10 ml size, 250 rupees, totally worth it. Trust me. This will give you that flawless professional makeup finish. Feels like silky, it brightens, it creates smooth skin surface to prep my makeup application really well. Makeup glides on it effortlessly, blends seamlessly. I would personally go over with a blush and a concealer over this when I use this without foundation, but yeah, definitely, you know, touch it up with a foundation if this shade is not really covering up your blemishes. The light pink color settles down once you blend it nicely into the skin, and the texture of the primer is lightweight. It does not feel too silicone-y. It does have fragrance, but I don't mind it. It's similar to L'Oreal Fallible Foundation. What I like about this primer is that it does minimize the appearance of pores and fine lines, and your liquid foundation or a powder foundation glides on it nicely, blends into the skin effortlessly. For the people who have a lot of pigmentation, for them I would not really recommend to use this primer. I mean, if your concerns are pigmentation and you want to cover them with primer, this is not it. I mean, just not by itself as a color correcting primer. The primer is good for all skin type. I have a combination skin type which is more towards oily. What I have experienced with this is that this controls oil super duper well if I use it under a powder foundation. Under a liquid foundation, I get oily in about 3 to 4 hours, but if I set it with powder, back again, perfect again, last all day. Normal and dry skin people obviously can use it. It doesn't dry you out or anything. Definitely get it. It really does just lock the makeup into place, and I give this a huge thumbs up. I have talked about and shared with you guys about this primer so much, so I won't ramble too long about this one. But PAC Oil Control Primer is the best for oily girls out there. It is fragrance free. It's just so great for sensitive skin that is super oily, acne prone, and this can be like little bit too intense if you have combination skin. I was using this all over my face back when I first bought it. I thought it was like a lightning in a bottle. It does dry your skin out if you have combination skin. What I do is put it on back of my hand. You do have to warm it up for it to like settle into your skin. If you directly just press it onto your face like other silicone primer, this tend to move a lot. So warm it up. It kind of becomes more creamier version of itself when you warm it up and then press it on. What I do is take a brush and grab some of that warmed up product and just go through areas like my nostrils. I will go around my T-zone where I get really oily. I can actually apply this on any targeted trouble spot of oiliness wherever you have that issue. I'm specifically talking about oiliness. So if oiliness is a huge issue for you, you definitely need to invest in product something like this. It is amazing. I actually did wear taste for this dedicated product review. For that I'll link that down below. Just so you know, what I found out is that it reduces my sebum production to like 80%. So it looks like it does block oil from peeking through, either that or it just prevents your skin from producing more oil. You can also use this as an eye primer, so I really love this for oily girls out there. One thing I want to point out is it doesn't give you any glowing effect despite the gold flakes in it. It is just it looks pretty. I'm not sure why it's in it. It's not going to give you like illuminating effect or anything, and that's not a bad thing. I love this primer, but I'm just pointing it out there that don't go on just buying because of the gold flakes. It's not an illuminator. This is Nykaa Prep Me Up primer. Everyone has like talked about it by this time. I had to talk about it. It really is magical. It is very thick. A little goes long way. I wouldn't go putting this over my entire face. What I would do is T-zone, where you could see a lot of pores showing through. For me, that is like this part and this part. If you want to put it up here, if you have like kind of fine lines going through, you want to like dull them out, you can do that as well. It is going to grip your foundation to your face. It is going to make it last longer, do everything that a great primer does, and this will really blur any of those pores, fine lines. It's a drugstore product that's around like 600 rupees, so I really do love this. It is silicone based, so if you have an issue with heavy silicone or dimethicone, I think that's how you pronounce it, dimethicone, if things like that break you out, stay clear. But if not, if you have normal skin or combo skin or any skin type really who doesn't have an issue with silicone, then this one is phenomenal. I don't know why silicone has such a bad reputation in like, dude, almost all pore filling primers have silicone in them, so they might not advertise it with the keyword, but silicone is one that fills your pores and makes it look smooth. This is great. You can use this one on your under eyes as well. That really helps with the creasing. Just applying these in a corner, like pressing it like that and look up for a minute and do that, because that way you kind of like opening up the creases. Once the product is settled properly, boom, Botox. That was our last on the list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorites are, what your holy grail primers are in the comment section down below. If there is something that I must try and I did not cover here, because I only covered like 5, so let me know your favorites or some products that you want me to like talk about, review about, use about. Bye, subscribe, bye.